You see it in the playfulness of Caribbean eyes, through the genuine happiness of our smiles. So, however far you may roam, this is home. This is Caribbean Airlines, the warmth of the islands.
How do you feel about your performance today and the competition in the field?
I'm not happy. I'm definitely not happy about my performance today. My turn was horrible. I don't know what happened. I really can't explain. It was really bad. It was probably one of the worst turns I've ever run in my entire life. I don't know. After I came off the turn, I knew it was going to be fast because the turn wasn't good. So I pretty much just wanted to get home. I didn't really stress it too much. I just got home at the end.
Usain, how do you feel about your legacy of perhaps being one of the most dominant athletes of all time?
Well, I'm happy about my legacy, but this season is not going so smoothly. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I need to get on top of things, trying to work my way back. So I guess I have to sit with my coach, trying to analyze and figure out what's going on, and we work on it. But with this pace, my legacy is going to be in trouble. So.
Do you see yourself getting any golds next year in Rio?
Right now, I'm not even worried about Rio. I'm worried about what has happened, and I just need to try to figure out what's going on this season. So I need to buckle down and get everything right.
When was the last time you were this concerned about your running?
Huh?
When was the last time you were this concerned about your time?
I think because I've been training so good, and then I come to competition and I'm not executing right, that's the only thing I'm worried about. Because I told you guys at the last press conference that I was feeling good, everything was going smooth. I ran yesterday in training, my coach was happy, I was happy. So I really don't know what's happened today. So we just got to go back to the drawing board and figure it out.
How much of a factor was the wind?
I really can't say. For me, I don't think it could be physical. My mental game I know is strong because, as I said, I felt good. And when I'm feeling good, I'm always confident I'm going to do well. So I got out the blocks and I just didn't go anywhere, pretty much. So just one of those days, I guess. You never try to worry about the weather too much. I think one thing I talked to my coach said all we need to work on is my technique and my form. That's what we came out here to work on. And I don't know what I really love to explain to you guys what happened today, but I just didn't go. Well, after this, I think I might be competing at national trials, but I don't know until after I talk to my coach.
Thinking about the last time you were here, how are you different since the last time you were here?
Well, I was in way better shape. I had no injury problems, so those are two main things. And it was much cooler than this, but for me, I enjoy running in warm weather, so it was okay.
In the final stretch, you were looking to the left. What was your concerns then?
Now, when I came into the straight, fourth was on my right, and I kind of ran to 150 because I know it wasn't going to be a good time after the turn that I ran. And then when I was kind of backing off a little bit, then I looked to my left and I saw Zarnell, so that's when I kind of pushed again. But for me, after the turn, I pretty much gave up pretty much.
You're saying is it possible that what your rivals are doing is playing a bit on your mind a bit?
No, for me, it's never a worry. My coach always explained to me, he said, listen, don't worry about times. We need to try to get the technique right or form back up, and then over time, the time will come. So it's all about just focusing and get it right. I try not to worry about my competitors at all. And I think it would mostly be in the straight. If I was worried about my competitor, I think it would have showed in the straight because then I'll be trying to fight myself, trying to get home. But for me, the turn was the harder part of the race for me.
And what's next for you?
Well, I don't know right now. I got to talk to my coach, and we'll work it from there.
Usain, do you feel as if there were other things that you could have done in your upper program last year to offset coming out?
No, not really. Last season, when I got the operation on my foot, we worked back and we tried to get a few races in at the end of the season. That was the best thing I could have done for my recovery leading to this season. So for me, that was the aim and that was the work. So I don't think we could have done anything better.
You have a great 200 meter run. Could you describe that preferred
The worst, for sure.
Worst ever?
Worst ever, yeah.
And what do you think pretty much contributed to that curve?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm still kind of baffled with what happened. As I said, I was feeling great yesterday because we did a few turn running and stuff like that. So I felt great. So I just don't know what happened.
When you hear your name, you know, what do you want to be considered as? A dominant in the 100, or do you want to be in the 200?
Both. So that's what I'm here for. Dominate the sport.
How'd your start feel?
It felt okay, I guess. But I said my first when I drive out and I lift my head up. For me, I can't remember his name, the Panama guy. For me, Edwards. He's not a very good fast starter. So for me, the fact that I didn't gain on him, I know it wasn't that good because I know he's not really good at executing the corner, but in the straight he's pretty good. So the fact that I didn't catch him kind of says that he probably wasn't as good as I thought. So I don't know. Of course, I don't think you should back out of a championship or a challenge because you don't feel you're where you are. You got to go out and give the people what they want. For me, I want to always compete at my best. Even when not at my best, I always try to go out and do my best because the fans want to see you compete and I want to work and try to do my best. I don't want anybody to say I've never backed down from a challenge, so that's why I say I just got to work and get it right in Beijing.
How does it feel to have such a great fan base, even though you feel that you're not really performing and they still stick by you?
For me, I think I've done so much in the sport. I've really pushed the sport and pushed myself over time. So I know that I have loyal supporting fans that always support me. You always have people that want you to lose. It's just one of those things in life. But I always give thanks for my loyal fans. I always go out and do my best. I always try to run my best. And I always try to be true with my fans and myself. I'm not even worried about it right now. I don't know. Everybody else looks for the gold medal. I want the gold medal for myself. I think my fans want it for me also. So all I gotta do is just try to get everything right and push myself through, and hopefully everything will work out. I don't know. 2011 was a rough season for me. It was tough getting back to the top, and that's why I said I never try to worry. I always just keep working because for some reason I always figure out when it matters. So for me, I just gotta continue working, continue figuring out what I need to do to get back on top. And I know with the coach that I have, we will figure it out.
2 more questions.
Where you know from here?
For me, I'm not the one to decide that. I think people will all decide that because of times people run, or some people will say I'm the favorite, some people say I won't. So I leave that up to the fans and the media to decide what's what.
What's next for you say?
I don't know. As I said, the way I run today, I might have to run the trials. So we'll see what my coach decides at a later date, and we'll just move on from there. All right, thanks.